Blowing. Here we go.
And
welcome.
At it again.
We're back. Hope you didn't miss us too much.
With another really fun episode, and I can't sit in my chair, right? Yeah.
There you go. It's gonna.
There we go. There we go.
We're relaxed. You gotta get relaxed. Blah. Shake it off. Shake it off. We got a pretty cool episode, like every other episode.
Exactly.
We got this nice unboxing to do for you guys.
I'm so excited, dude.
Yes.
I've just thought about like all the stuff that we have for tonight, and we have so much to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Anybody hasn't yet, go check out the YouTube. We have our investigation video up, our newest one, and it's well, not investigation, but evidence review video.
Yes.
And it involves two investigations. One was our Everett Road covered bridge.
And I forgot to turn my phone down again.
I was even over there. I was doing it, and I said I was all loud, like, all right, and I got to kill my volume. Like, fucker, I got you.
All
right.
know.
But
Second night in a row.
whatever, dude. We got the Everett Road covered bridge.
Yes.
And the Myrtle Hill Cemetery, which has the Witch's Ball gravestone. So we have both of those. We talk a lot about those. We're going to talk more about those later in the show tonight. But if you haven't, go check that out on YouTube. That's definitely one of the things we've been working on recently. So.
Yes, and I also posted an edited version of just a long clip of the Everett Road covered bridge with some history for you. Actual history, no legends, of why it was haunted and why that bridge was built there.
Yeah, Chris actually went through. He looked up the actual proper stuff, and he put up just a raw, unedited version of one of our investigation pieces from that area.
With the EMF spikes and the
the piece that is actually we take the clip from and everything.
Yes.
So definitely be on the lookout for that. Like we said earlier, we're going to be doing the unboxing from my Grove and Grotto order that we got. Lots of different protective herbs and things like that. And as we go through them, we're going to look up and we're going to go through the different healing properties that those things have.
Yes,
so while one person's showing it, the other person will be the person looking it up and talk about it. And we're going to go back and forth on that while we go that. That'll be here in a little bit. We want to get rolling a little bit first and
get people to roll on in here and check us out.
Now, Chris, did you bring down the pack that? Yeah, you did. Okay, cool.
Yep.
We have also, we're going to be talking about a combination that Chris's wife gave us to help protect and stuff like that. We'll talk about that later. Probably after the unboxing, we'll talk about that, and save that for then.
Your mom said hi.
Hi, Mom. We'll definitely be getting into that. I have a lot of really fun stuff we're going to be getting into, and I have some jars set out that you can't see in frame, but we're going to be actually like storing all the herbs and stuff down here and everything. So we're going to show you how we're going to be doing that. The stuff we're using to store it. Some of it is actually vintage bottles. Yes, some of it is newer Bell bottles or Ball or whatever that company is. Yeah. So yeah, they're small little jars that we have that we're going to use for that. Let's get the tarot card deck shuffled up.
Let's go ahead and do that.
So if anybody is new to it, every episode we always pull a tarot card to get some kind of insight to anything going on for the show, any kind of message or just steering us in the right direction. It's been very good to us so far, and we just hope that as long as we put in hard work that these will continue to come up good. So everybody has been so wonderful on the show, and everybody that has been coming in on a regular basis has been really nice. So we appreciate all that.
And we hope the people that, like for Ann and Belinda, hope everyone's sending them positive energy still.
Yeah, to Ann and Belinda, we can't wait to have you back. We just hope that your families are doing okay and your friends are doing okay.
Yes.
And just take care of yourselves, and everybody just send good energy their way. We're always looking out for them because they look out for us, So and all of you guys do the same. Every time you show up, it's just a nice thing for us.
Yes, it is.
So I'm shuffling up here. I'm putting intention into these, for the show, for everything. And look out tomorrow. We'll have the first episode of the podcast that we did back in the day. So we used to do this by the burial ground as a podcast. We've talked about it a little bit before. We're going to have the very first one of the episodes uploaded with the audio and then just a little fun thing to look at while you're listening to it. And that's the very first episode we ever did. The audio, I bumped it up a little bit, but it's a little on the softer side in comparison to the intro and the outro.
Yes.
So just be prepared for that. But it'll be fun. It'll be a good listen. And we'll have one of those coming up for the next 6 days. So one a day for the next 6 days. Be looking out for those episodes. And then you can go back and listen to them if you haven't, if you have to catch up later, or you can like watch, all at once or listen all at once.
Yeah. Now, granted, these are what? How you?
Those we did what, like 2018, 2018?
Some of them late 2018, early 2019, I do believe.
Maybe not 2019, but I think mostly 2018. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to be, if we talk about something else that we don't talk about now, we changed our ways back since then.
And we're going to go back and freshen up and let you listen to those episodes again, because we haven't heard them in a while.
No, we
so
haven't.
that when you guys come and talk to us about them, we can, not sound like idiots when we're talking about it, because it's been a while since we've listened to some of those. So,
yes.
Chris, go ahead and shuffle up a little bit.
Yep.
And the reason why we shuffle up and we both do a little bit of it is so that we can both put our intentions into it, because this is both of our shows. So,
shout out to Joe Weaver for suggestion to put our old podcast out, because we wouldn't
have thought to put it up on the YouTube just as is, just as
we
the
just
audio.
Want you guys to enjoy where this all started from.
And that's how this show eventually became, us.
Look who just popped in. His ears are burning. Joe.
Oh, Joe, we actually just gave you a shout out. Thanks for recommending for us to put up the old podcast. Look out for the new episode, the first episode of the podcast tomorrow. And then we have, I think, 6 episodes each day. So tomorrow's Saturday.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
So Saturday into, I think, Thursday, we'll have a new episode up each day. And it's just the old audio. We're younger fellows. It's a couple years ago, so.
Yeah, we've been putting in a lot of work today off camera, so you guys can enjoy all the content and stuff.
We unfortunately had a video go bad on us, and on the uploading process it just really messed up, so we had to actually reshoot part of the footage and come back,
which was more positive, I think, just because
I agree. So we put that back up for you guys. Go check that out. It's the Everett Road Covered Bridge and the Witch's Ball at Myrtle Hill Cemetery. Yep. We review a couple of 3 pieces of evidence, and
yes, we did.
It's a really fun time. Yeah, we literally just mentioned you and thank you for recommending to put up the old podcast episodes.
Good old
like I said, the first one's up tomorrow, and then the rest will come up each one a day after that. So, look up for that.
I want to put on top of the point of the unedited video I shared on Facebook. I also did share links to 2 pages to tell you about the legend of the Witch's Ball and the Everett Road Covered Bridge, just in case you want to get some history on the locations. The 2 locations that we just posted up on the recent investigation reveal.
Exactly. And, we really we appreciate Joe, man, and the folks like you who have been popping in each night, because it makes us really happy.
Hey, Erica.
What's up, Erica? All right. So we're going to pull this tarot card now. Now, again, just to explain it, the reason why we do this, it's intention for the show, gives us a message for the show,
yes,
but it also gives us a chance to talk about a single tarot card each night,
and Elaine Klimkowski is joining us.
Nice. Hi, Elaine.
Hopefully I didn't murder that too much.
All right, and we're pulling the card.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. Let's do it.
It's the 3 of pentagrams.
3 of pentagrams.
Look
that bad boy.
Yeah.
So like you said, just go back, and if you want to know the history of our locations we've been to, I posted 2 recent page links describing the history. And
3 of Pentacles. I'm sorry.
3 of Pentacles. Okay.
My apologies.
On the Facebook, and I shared with a little bit of history on the unedited Everett Road Covered Bridge.
You are not going to believe this.
What?
Okay, so we pulled for tonight's tarot card the 3 of Pentacles in the upright position, and the meaning for that is teamwork, collaboration, learning, and implementation. So we have been learning a lot of new skills recently and implementing here in the show. So I think that's just a clear message that we're going the right path with the steps we're taking to make everything better. So that's a really good thing. And just the overall description for the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles shows a young stonemason working with his tools on a portion of a cathedral. In front of him, 2 architects hold the plans for the design. The soaring ceilings and intricate engravings signify that both parties are skilled in their respective crafts. The stonemason appears to be discussing his progress so far with the architects, and even though he has less experience, they value his opinion and special knowledge. Their body language insinuates that this young man is an essential contributor to the cathedral's completion, and the architects want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. And I think that adds more to it. Chris is a little older than I am, and he has a lot of experiences in certain areas that I didn't have, but I've learned in certain areas, and also other ones that I have no knowledge in. Like he's actually a very good mechanic as well. But I feel like I'm kind of the representation of the young stonemason there, where I'm bringing a lot of these nice ideas, and I'm bringing that own element, that fresh element to the whole show. So
because I'm still learning,
exactly,
even though I'm old,
and as we work together, I think it's a good combination. So I'm going to take that as a message there, and I'll put that up here because that is our tarot pool for the night.
Yes, it is.
And we just appreciate you guys and tuning in, because we love that we get to share as we learn. We get to share that stuff with you guys, so you guys can learn with us, because you guys teach us stuff too.
Oh, exactly. We learn from you guys, and Joe's been in the background on some of the stuff to confirm the dates and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
Joe,
that helps too.
Check it out. I'll have it up tomorrow around 2:00, and it'll be the first episode of the By the Burial Ground podcast. So check it out on YouTube, and we'll post a link to the YouTube video on Facebook. And you don't have to have a YouTube account to watch that. No. So no worries on that end.
But he said all his content, all the edited content will be on the YouTube.
And if we sound a little more of a green gentleman, we were still we had knowledge, but we've learned so much more since those episodes.
Yes, we have.
And we put in a lot of research before those episodes for sure. We are definitely much more knowledgeable now than we ever were then. So
we are always learning.
Exactly. I feel like you're getting a lot better content now because we put in that kind of work then,
Yep.
So definitely be looking out for that tomorrow. Like I said, I'll have it out 2:00 tomorrow, and I will have that out at 2:00 on the dot. So don't even worry about that.
Yep.
And to everybody just tuning in, we're about to start the unboxing here in a minute, and Chris and I are going to go over some of the things we just bought as an order from a company called Grove and Grotto out of Texas. I've ordered a couple of things there. They have lots of blessing supplies, tarot, all kinds of different things, and they post a lot of and they post a lot of educational material on their website just to teach you about the things that they sell, and also just to talk about different things in the magic and the spiritual world. So it's definitely a great place. We're about to get started on that here in a minute, but before we do, does anybody have any questions for the night? I want to pose one for it and everything. And that is, what is your favorite small town legend that you've ever heard of? We've talked about different things that people...
We have a lot of legends around here.
Yeah.
Especially our local one around here.
There's a couple of them who are really funny. There was one that was actually a real thing, but there was I think down in West Virginia or somewhere down in the South, there was actually a goat man, and it was a guy who would literally ride around on a cart pulled around by a bunch of goats. So he got a bunch of it, and it was at first thought to be a fake story, but then they actually found a guy who was walking around, and he would go around, and it was a small single person cart, and it was pulled by I think 4 or 6 goats. So it was one of those small town legends that actually became a real thing,
Right.
And anything like that, if you had a creature that was a small town legend, maybe a certain UFO story that was a small town legend, a haunted location that really, sparked up in your neighborhood. We grew up in smaller towns in our younger days and everything like that for the most part.
What was that other one in West Virginia with the alien that crashed there?
Oh, you mean the Flatwoods Monster?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a Flatwoods Monster pin right here.
See?
Yep, and that was a great story. That's one of the best cryptids out there,
Isn't it funny? We both like something from West Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good ones.
And there is a lot of good ones.
One of my favorite artists on Instagram is their account is Keep On Creeping On, and they make a lot of that. The pin I actually am wearing is made by them, and they do a lot of West Virginia stuff and West Virginia cryptids and things like that. And I have a couple of their pins, but yeah, Keep On Creeping On Instagram. Definitely a fun, wonderful person who makes great art and great shirts and pins and stuff like that related to the art. So
we want to start with the unboxing.
Let's start it. Yeah.
Let's start it. What do you want to...
All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to stand up and move my chair back for a second so I can stand.
Okay.
I think we should stand for this part.
Okay. Excuse me if you hear cracking. That's just my bones.
All right. So the very first thing I'm going to show you is the different prints on parchment paper that I got that we're probably going to display somewhere here in the studio. But I got these just because I think that, these prints on the parchment paper is really nice and stuff. This one is about the history of different forms of the pentagram and all the things. It's sometimes thought of as just a negative object, but it's not the case. These are a lot of different positive versions and different invokings and banishing signs. Actually has an invoking and banishing right here. So it teaches you about the different spirituality parts of that. And with that, I ordered a set of the different elements. So we've got water, fire, air, and earth. And each one has a little reading on it. Maybe on another episode, we'll actually read all of those.
Yes.
But those were the different prints on parchment paper that I just got recently that I'm excited to get put up and around so that, we can talk more about those. And they're educational things for us because Chris and I can come down here and say we're about to start an episode. We can look at that and maybe it'll draw some inspiration or give us an insight for, the upcoming episode. So that is the first piece.
You always catch me down here a little bit early just to get in the...
Oh, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and set this over here.
Okay.
As we go through these, we'll go ahead and get some of these early ones ready and put right directly in their jar. We have jars we're going to be putting them in because we want to get them sealed up tight. These are dried herbs, so we want to make sure that there's no moisture. So I actually have a couple that I washed earlier. Most of the ones that we're going to be using tonight have been dried out for a while. Yes. But I have a couple I've washed earlier that I'm not even going to use yet. I'm going to let them dry for a couple of days just so that there's no moisture in there that's getting to these herbs because then you can get like mold buildup and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have Chris hold and talk about the first one. I'm going to go ahead and look it up real quick so we can know the healing and spiritual properties of that. So go ahead and pick whichever one you want out of there and just let me know what it is.
It is called raspberry leaf. I don't know if you guys can't see that, but I'm just going to hold up the bag.
And we'll post a big picture of all of them together and everything like that after we get them all listed up, the ones in the jars and even the ones we don't get to. We're not going to jar every single one because it would probably take us a little while to do all that, especially talking about all of them.
So I will set this one right
We have certain ones. I got a jar ready, so we'll just go ahead and just hold on to it for a second. Okay. I'm going to let so that's the raspberry leaf?
Yeah, raspberry leaf.
All right. The magical properties of the raspberry leaf are fertility, invokes fertility. It is actually a key part of love potions, pregnancy potions, and protection of businesses. So planting a bush of raspberry near the home or business can protect it on all levels. So that's a good thing to think about. Maybe we'll have to think about planting a raspberry bush. Yeah. Its medical properties are cancer prevention, relieves burns, relieves diarrhea, relieves morning sickness, relieves PMS, relieves sore throat, and strengthens uterus and pelvic muscles. Warning, do not ingest any parts of the raspberry plant if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Raspberry may cause miscarriage or premature labor. If you are sensitive to estrogen, do not ingest any part of the raspberry plant. So there's a couple warnings to go along with that, but that's the first one. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in a jar and throw a label on that one. Actually, I'm probably going to keep going like this, since you got your thing pulled up, so I'll just keep going on my phone, and we'll do it like that. So,
okay, I'll just keep that with that for now. Or
you just set it here.
Yeah, I'll let you pour that in.
So, getting this taken care of.
Raspberry leaf is going in. Oh, they really packed that pretty good.
So if we ever need to make a love potion, we got it.
Love potion number 9.
Dude, I hit them both at the same time, man.
Nice.
Why do you guys think we work so well together? It's stuff like that, man.
Yeah, it floats.
And no, that's not marijuana. A lot of these are just going to look somewhat like marijuana.
They're not marijuana.
None of them. Some of them look nothing like that, but somebody would probably think they are if they're ignorant to what it actually looks like. So I guess we should come up pretty easy.
Just put that on top of
Just
the
put
lid.
it right
Okay. All right.
there. So we got that raspberry leaf.
I got like scotch tape.
Yeah, we can put something over it. Well, be careful because some of the tape pulls the ink right out of the
Oh,
thing.
we don't want to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and next one. Go ahead and grab the next one.
We have bearberry leaf.
Oh, the bearberry leaf. Yeah.
There you go.
Bear.
I'll just keep doing this. I know you can't see it, but let you know it is not weed. Although you can't read it, it is not. Just like you said. Although that is from the earth as well, but no, we don't have any. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, and the one I'm going to be reading from is actually from Grove and Grotto, which is where we got this. Like I said, they have a lot of different articles and stuff that are about these different things we're talking about. So,
Sorry, I can't dance. Sorry, people. I try.
all right. So, the magical lore surrounding Bearberry falls into two major areas: psychic power, divination, and connection with the animal kingdom. And Bearberry is said to align a person with the own inner strength and to help connect with ancestral knowledge. So that's definitely the part right there.
Okay.
And they say that bearberry teas and extracts can actually have healing properties.
Sounds familiar because I know some teas.
But obviously it's another thing. Almost any of these, it's going to tell you to be careful to probably not use if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. Most small children, it's harder for them if this does pass through the breast milk to handle that kind of stuff. So just be careful with that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And pregnant women especially, because you don't want to hurt your babies. So so that's.
Joe says I am waiting for a higher number of potion.
Joe needs that love potion number like 36,
36, 37.
So, and that's the magical properties. We'll talk on that one for this one. Go ahead and get that jarred up.
There you go. Set that right there. Yeah, coming out a little easier. Yep. I don't want to waste any of it. Wow, that almost was perfect.
I think these are actually like ounce cups or whatever. So a lot of these are probably going to be like actually at that limit, There we go. All right. And that's the bearberry, guys. And I know it's a little slow for the process on this one, but luckily, you guys love us, so you can hang in there on. Oh, and we'll get the sticker right there.
Yep, right there, sir.
And I'm making sure these are actually literally they're the ball leak-proof containers. So these are meant to be very sealed up tight. So they're perfect for the stuff we're doing. Yeah. Because when you have dried herbs like this, and you want to keep them stored up for whatever projects or whatever things you're working on, you want to make sure they're sealed up tight.
Yeah, keep the stuff dry in the crypt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, baby. Right, I'll wait for it.
We'll just.
Yep, I'll go ahead and wait for it. All right, what do we got next, Chris?
I'm going to pick up this one. Devil's Claw Roots. Ooh. Is this yours, sir?
What's that? Yeah, this devil. We'll get the Skelly Devil right here.
I was saying, is it his? We didn't pull it off of you, did we? Okay, good.
All right. So there are many plants that carry the common names of devil claw, but this one deserves some special attention. This devil claw is a perennial desert plant. It is a warrior plant that specifically grows in ground that has been degraded and abused by overgrazing. It protects the ground from further assault by means of fearsome seeds with the tenacious hooks from what's derived in. Let's see for the property. Magical uses. A powerful exorcism and purification herb.
Ooh.
It is burned on charcoal to cleanse your house of negativity and when casting a magic circle to
Interesting.
clear any residual negative energy and create pure space for your magical work, this is a great herb to burn when moving into a new home to remove the residual energies of previous tenants. So this
Wow.
has a lot of different properties.
Yeah, it does.
So if you're ever moving into a new place, I would recommend a Palo Santo, Devil's Root, and maybe a couple of other things like that. Maybe some of these other things, as we talk about them, will be able to add more purification to that. I like to make blends whenever I do purification because I feel like that multi thing, it really helps out. And we've done a couple different things like that where we've put a couple different things in the mortal vessel here.
The vessel and, in our bags.
Exactly, in our bags. And we'll be talking about the bags after the unboxing tonight. So these poured in here.
Awesome. Yeah, I can see that came from the desert. Interesting.
And any kind of plant that is literally a plant that's meant to help like keep a ground from like not being able to ever like sustain like growing life and stuff like that. That's an amazing property, you know. So,
all right, next.
What do you got next, sir?
Let's go with this. Meadow Sweet.
Meadow Sweet. Okay.
Interesting. Cool with the Devil's Root from your mom. Yeah, I thought, make sure it came from him.
All right. For Meadow Sweet, in the magical uses, it's protection against evil influences, promotes love, balance, and harmony. A sacred herb to the Druids. Place Meadow Sweet on the altar when making love charms and conducting love spells to increase the potency. So yeah, it's definitely another one of those ones where it promotes love, balance, things like that.
Yep. We're just gonna do the smaller ones.
Probably, yeah. Just keep to these kind of guys for now for these, and then we'll put that. And then I know exactly which one was going in there.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we'll worry about those ones after. But yeah, keep to these ones for this.
All right.
Thanks, dude.
Make sure we're all.
Chris is my Vanna White right now.
I choose letter A. Ding, 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 ding. Sorry, man. I don't got a sexy dress. Apologize.
I mean, she has got some kind of spells working to stay as beautiful as she has for as long as she has.
Right.
I mean, like, it's been ridiculous. Especially working every single day like that,
And Betty White's immortal, too.
Betty White isn't immortal.
Oh, gosh.
She's tired of people outing her, though. She's like, guys, just forget about me already so I can go into my next life cycle.
No, she refuses to die.
Right. What's next, sir?
Ooh, should we put that in?
Oh, I might have a different one for that one. Yeah.
We go eucalyptus, if I said
eucalyptus.
That right. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Oh, boy. And this is another one from Grove and Grotto. And that's where we got our stuff from tonight. Oh, I forgot to do the first thing. I'm sorry. Before we get into the eucalyptus, we got a new batch of spell candles.
Yes,
we always burn a candle, so I'm going to go ahead and get that lit up right now because I totally forgot to do that. My apologies.
Hey, guys. Joe, I did shave. Right here. This will not go. This and this. He says, oh, boy, Vanna needs a shave. Yeah, I know. I'm just a hairy old man. I'm sorry. I'll try.
So, just to get that one out of the way, because it's not going in any kind of packages like that.
Nope.
Just a pack of spell candles, various colors. If you ever want to, a great book on practices with spell candles that was given to me by his wife.
Yes.
Is Practice Candle Burning Rituals, and that's by Raymond Buckland. And it's an older book. This is probably an older version of it, but that's Practical Candle Burning Rituals by Raymond Buckland. And it was a wonderful gift from Jen, so thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
And he's back here. And I'll put this back here, too, because those candles are going right in there. So,
okay. Burn away
this guy.
It was on your chair. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, let me get this done real quick. Chris, here real quick. If you want to read some of that magical uses of eucalyptus right there.
Eucalyptus is used to bring fresh energy to a situation, to heal regrets and worries, and to relieve mental exhaustion. It is an excellent herb to use when someone or something is bothering you. It is often blended with other healing herbs to bring relief from physical or emotional concerns.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Blends are usually a better way to get the best properties out of each thing.
Yeah, eucalyptus.
So that's a eucalyptus.
If I can't say it right, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's one of those words that it's like when you look at it, you're like, that is that an octopus? Like Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus.
Silly me.
Here, I'll put it over here, sir.
If you want to put that, and I'll get the jar.
Here's your phone.
If you want to hand me that lid. If you want to start handing me the jars over here, just so I can start putting those in 1 second, so I can get this in here first.
And I'll just put them closer.
We had most of this set up, but obviously, there's a little bit parts that, and we didn't want to make sure that we didn't know exactly which ones we wanted to present to you guys tonight. So that's why we just kind of want to talk about each one. Yeah, because we wanted to go through, and we just kind of wipe things down. We wanted to leave the fun of the unboxing while we're going through these, because I ordered a lot of different things when I put this order in. So.
Yes, you did. Fill that baby up. All right. Here we go.
And what is your next choice?
Let's see here. My next choice is wormwood.
Oh, wormwood. And while we're going through some of these you might actually be able to know from references from either movies, TV shows, or video games, because some of them have mentioned in some of them, in many things. One of my favorites is a lot of these things are actually things from Skyrim, which is one of my favorite games of all time, or the whole Elder Scrolls series.
No, I still got that loaded on my 360.
It's one of the greatest games ever.
It takes so long, though. I remember someone I used to work with. He finished the whole thing, and it took him months, literally, of nothing but playing Skyrim. I mean, it is a fun game, but you just got to put a lot of attention into it if you're going to do it.
Yeah. All right. The spiritual and energetic uses of wormwood is also useful in treatment of some depression. It's already mentioned in connection with the liver, so it's good for that. As a maiden herb, wormwood brings courage and enthusiasm for life, a certain level of fearlessness that only the young possess before life teaches them a few unpleasant lessons. So it does. It brings a level of fearlessness, courage, and enthusiasm. So wormwood would be, if you're looking to maybe go into like a new business meeting, you wanted to make a blend for, like courage and positivity for that, maybe wormwood would be a good ingredient for that kind of blend. Yes. So something to think about on that. And we're going to start burning some different things as we go along. Yes, and if we notice positive changes, we'll make sure to let you guys know. So that's our one for wormwood.
I'll let you get the bag. I will hand you the jar, sir.
Thank you.
And the lid. And I will put this over here so that way you know when we're all done what is what. All right. Because I don't know if I want to do that one. You got one for this one?
We can use one of these jars for that, yeah. I don't have a specific one for that.
Okay, I'm just make sure.
Oh, you know what? That might actually be a good one for this guy. So we'll save that for that guy.
Okay, we'll save the hardened.
Because those will pour out easy out of that.
We'll use this one next. Over here. Okay.
Cool. So what's next?
Blessed thistle.
Blessed thistle. Okay.
Blessed.
So hashtag blessed. Oh, you can go ahead and
I don't
know what I'm doing over here. Sorry, guys. Hashtag blessed.
Blessed. I bless you, my son. Anyway, continue.
All right. So the magical uses of blessed thistle. Okay, so a popular blend to place on an altar with blessed thistle is Herba Santa, Angelica, Holy Ghost root, Cascara Sangrada, sacred bark, and basil, and other herbs whose names contain the word holy, sacred, or blessed. So those are a lot of things that go It's good with being mixed with blessed salt to make a protection against evil. And it's normally just used in a lot of different cleansing and blessing mixtures. So it's definitely, as the name implies, something of a cleansing agent and good with those kind of things. As you can see with that blend, it's a good altar tool as well. So I have a list of these I'm going to compile with links tomorrow, so you can actually look at full long descriptions and the full thing. We just don't, I mean, it'll take a while to do that on every single one, and we want to go through a couple different ones. So we're just kind of doing the quick wiki version, you know?
Yep.
So
then wiki. Will that baby fit in there?
I hope so.
I hope so too. If not, we can put it with the jar. Oh, is it good? All right.
And I knocked over Frankie.
Frankie's a little drunk tonight. Sorry.
Sorry, Frankie. My bad. I did not mean to. Thank you, sir. Sorry, Frankie.
Yes, apologize to Frankie. And we'll hand you your next jar.
Thank you.
And
we got one last one of the small ones, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pop in here and choose out of these last couple one I would like.
Or just one. Or do you want that?
You know what? We're going to go with this one right here. Okay. Just,
all right.
Here you go, sir. You can open that one for me. And say that guy right there. We all know that flower.
Dandelion leaf.
Yep. So we got dandelion leaf, a very common flower, especially in certain areas like where we live, Ohio, you know. Yep.
Got a lot
so
of
let's
that.
look at the magical properties of dandelion leaf.
I mean, if you guys have any questions, you can still pop them down while we're doing this.
In the medical properties, it said that it has a good property of the stems to be used for warts. Now, this is just a leaf property, but it's a thing that's common in certain tea blends for cleanses and things of that nature. Magic beliefs, dandelion is associated with growth and transformation. After all, a few dandelion flowers soon turns into hundreds of seeds waiting to travel across the neighborhood, repopulating other yards. So, you know, dandelion is definitely one of those things it spreads and grows. Very
spreads and grows.
So the dandelion leaf is definitely a good thing for growth. So
there we go,
thanks, sir. And that's the last one of these jars that we got. Thank you again, Jen. You know.
Thank you, sweetie.
And
it's okay.
I'm beating this guy up, and he doesn't deserve it at all.
No, he'll survive.
Luckily, he's tough.
He's a tough frog. Just like his cousins and stuff upstairs and outside. Really, Joe? I do not have the legs for Vanna dress. He would have the legs for the Vanna dress.
It's only just because I'm tall.
Yeah. I got short, stubby legs.
All right. So that's the small 8 jars and everything. We got those guys taken care of. Thank you, sir. Now I have the one I already know I'm going to select for the skull over there. So if you can hand me our crystal skull.
This beautiful, beautiful crystal skull.
It's actually from Crystal Skull Vodka, which Dan Aykroyd is part owner in that.
Yes,
so Crystal Skull Vodka, it's a very nice, clear, pure vodka. And it's better than most of the ones because it doesn't use a lot of like the glycerin sugars and stuff. Okay. So I am putting the red roses in the Crystal Skull Vodka because I feel like the dry red rose is a perfect option for a Crystal Skull. So that's the blessing that's going to go in there. So if you can open that for me, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and look up those properties.
You want to put this in front of that? I'll just put it in front for now so we know what it's going to be. So we'll know when we put it back. That is cool. Very cool. Joe's being the the jokester tonight, man. We don't mind. Everyone needs a little laughter in their life. This guy provides a lot of it. Never a dull moment.
All right, so just to speak on Christian lore, the red rose in Christian beliefs symbolizes the blood and suffering of Christ. The 5 petals represents his 5 wounds. Roses have also been used to represent Mary and the purity and motherhood associated with her.
Interesting.
Magical uses. It's associated with Aphrodite, Adonis, and Eros. Rose water is protective against a protective agent worn on clothes. Rose petals can be added to charms against the evil eye. White roses worn at weddings will bring that. This is red, so roses are used traditionally in love spells. It is a great incense and potpourri, and thorns can be used to mark wax figurines. So that kind of stuff. Yeah. So definitely a really, really great use. And those are going to go into here. I got to open this thing small so I can get it in. Luckily, the hole is big enough, but that's why I chose this for this.
Yeah.
And believe me, these have all been cleaned out many times before, and I've had this for like a year or so. So.
Oh, thank you, Cody. Yeah, we are well. We're showing all this stuff.
Yeah, we are doing an unboxing of our Grove and Grotto order. Grove and Grotto is a company out of Texas. I've been buying some supplies from them recently, and we bought a lot of spiritual herbs. And what we're doing now is we're putting some of them in jars, and we're just explaining some of the properties of them, both like some of the possible medical uses and spiritual properties of them. I have a crystal skull thing that I have, and right now I'm putting rose petals in it, and I'm not doing it very well, but I'm about to make it go a little faster.
Joe says he doesn't have the legs either, so you're stuck with the Vanna White dress.
All right, I'll have to rock the dress, guys. Jeez.
Yes.
I have to rock all the dresses and stuff.
Because you got the legs for him.
Well, geez.
Sorry, man. I wasn't built like with tall legs, short legs. Yeah, we're just doing an unboxing. He's putting in the skull right now. For those who've been...
Go ahead and put that up by the front so I can put the rest of these in here later. I'll walk this one.
Okay.
So put the sign up by the other things real quick.
Okay.
Because I'm just going to put it over here. But that's what it's going to look like. Once it's filled up, I'm going to fill it up with the rest. I just don't want to waste all your guys' time. But you see why I want to put the roses in the skull, because it looks beautiful.
Yes, it does.
All right. So we got one of the berries. There's a couple different berries here, Chris. You can go ahead and choose out of the 2 berries we have here to put in this guy.
I like to start with the juniper berry.
All right. Now, juniper berries, if anybody has ever played Skyrim, and I know some people haven't, but in the very first part of the game, you're riding in this wagon because you've been captured and you're like talking to people. And this guy is talking about how he was sweet on this one girl from a town and how she used to make this wonderful mead with juniper berries. So juniper berries is something I've always wanted to have in my stock supplies and everything like that. So let's figure out those properties and everything and see what it's going to be bringing to us. Okay, so traditional, just juniper berry smoke is purifying and cleansing. The berries cleanse the body and protect against infection. The berries act direct and diaphoretic. So diaphoretic, diuretic and diaphoretic. Yeah, sorry. They are specifically indicated for urinary problems. This is they should be avoided in case of active kidney inflammation, though. So those are that. For the magical properties, juniper is a purification plant that is very, very excellent. Like, it's a very, very wonderful tool. Okay. It can be used for plenty of blends in ritual spaces and magical tools. It's a strong dispel negative energy, so it's definitely good for negative.
It's okay.
I'm not used to standing and talking up here. It's good for clearing negative energy and negative spirits. I got it. Yeah.
And what was their card?
I think it was the top.
It's okay.
To make sure we can get into
this we gotta
stuff.
get to show you this unboxing.
During meditation, it's a big helper for focusing and concentration as well. So the juniper berries was definitely a good choice, even though I bought it because it was a thing I heard in a video game, and I wanted to learn the actual magical properties because I'm very young to all this stuff, and I'm in a learning process with a lot of this stuff too. It sounds like a rain stick when they were pouring into there. That was pretty cool. I don't know if anybody actually heard that, if it picked up. I doubt it.
Your mom says this is cool that we're learning this. Yes. And I'm learning as well too.
Yeah, and I'm learning as well too. So
everyone's learning.
Yeah, it's a great thing for everybody. I have that guy right there that we're going to use too. And yep, that'll be for hawthorn berries because they'll be the only thing that'll be easier to pour out of there. Even though it's pretty big, we'll just have to get more hawthorn berries.
Hawthorn berry right here. Right there.
So if you want to get that up, I will pull this up.
I'll put the label right here. Then the next show will be on Monday. Everything will be in the jars and whatnot. We're just showing you some of them tonight.
Yep.
We'll still show you what the rest of it we got. But
this is the last of the jarring ones.
This is the last of the jarring ones. That way we can talk about our protection bags as well and any other questions you guys have for tonight.
All right. So for hawthorn berries, sprinkle hawthorn berries around your property to keep someone who may want to steal your love from coming over. So if anybody's trying to steal your lady, your husband, or whatever significant other you have, definitely protect the house with that. You can make a tea for it, and it protects against negative energy, and is definitely another one that is good for negative energy blends and things to burn off to get rid of any kind of so. Hey, maybe you and your loved one just got into an argument and everything like that. And you're like, hey, I don't want them to pull a Jolene and have them try to steal my man, So definitely no Jolenes,
No Jolenes.
I want to know how pretty Jolene was, though, because Dolly Parton is, and especially when she was younger, I mean, all through her life, but especially when she was younger, is a very, very beautiful woman. And this Jolene apparently was so much more beautiful. She could steal anybody's man.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, she had to be crazy beautiful.
Right.
So, all right, we'll get these guys in here.
Someone's messaging me on the messenger.
All right. Do you have
It's over here. I already put it.
Oh, no, the lid.
The lid.
Oh, I put it right here.
Yeah, you put it right there. And I already put the label right there. Perfect.
Awesome. Cool. And those are the ones we're going to actually jar up tonight. So we'll just quickly go through the other ones. The next one I don't actually need to say too much on. It's Palo Santo. These, anytime you do anything after you're done, cleanse everything, make this part of it. This is a great just base tool to make as any cleansing. The Palo Santo sticks, we always use these. When we have done some of our burnings of different herbs in here,
yes.
I stick a Palo Santo stick right in the center. So always a great tool to have out there. So definitely something to keep in mind. Caught it.
Got it.
This one was one I was very interested in picking up because if anybody knows different things, the mandrake root is mentioned in a lot of different science fiction and fantasy novels and stuff like that. So the mandrake root. You want to hold on to that for me real quick? I'm going to look up the properties of that.
Look up the properties of that. Just want, if we're still coming in fine, just let us know. My phone second.
All right.
Oh, these smell.
Oh, you can. I don't have anything to put that in, so you can just keep that one packaged up right now.
Sorry.
You're good. Obviously, we know it's the most easy one to tell out of all of them which one's the mandrake root.
I'll just put it right here then.
And the big one that it's references in is the Harry Potter series. Yes. I was young when Harry Potter came out, and it was one of the big things that was a shaping tool for the things I was interested in my childhood. Obviously, both Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings series and plenty of other things of that nature. So another one from Grove and Grotto, where all this stuff is coming from.
All right, we're coming in clear. I was just making sure. we want to make sure we give you guys a good show.
Okay. It was first adopted by magicians for psychoactive properties,
Whoa.
and occasional resemblance to the human body, which is anything. If you're walking around and you're a wizard or any kind of druid or magical practitioner, and you see a plant shaped like a human body, you're gonna be like, "Hey, I want to eat some of that," you know?
True.
But
Mandrake, yeah. Mandrake root. Makes sense.
It's potentially lethal in most things ingested wise, and probably
Yes.
shouldn't be used in most ingestion.
Most of this stuff, please don't ingest.
Yeah, it's good for burning things. It's definitely got a. It's good for charging when you're doing any kind of nature spells and anything of that nature. So if you're looking to amp up the energy when you're doing certain spells, definitely a good way to go.
All right.
So the next guy.
Nettle leaf.
Oh, the nettle leaf. The nettle leaf blend tea. You know, that's a popular cleansing and purification agent. People actually brew it in tea and stuff. You know.
I'm having a good time.
Heck yeah. It's always a good time here.
Yes, it is. Always something
It's a
new.
strong jinx breaker. So nettle is a strong jinx breaker. So if you think somebody's placed any kind of jinx or something of that nature onto
think
you.
it would break curses too, you would think? Or just a jinx?
It says on that, but I mean, it's mixed up. It says that it's sprinkled on certain things to put off curses from witches.
Okay.
So yeah, it's probably a lot of those kind of things. Anything in the cursing or hexing nature or curses, you know.
Just try to get rid of it.
So yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So those are the biggest properties with that. So
next one.
We got two next good ones right here.
Sulfur powder.
Yeah. Now sulfur is obviously
and it's
one of those things. The
brimstone.
smell, is associated with the possible of like a demon or a demonic energy and things. You know.
I'm not gonna smell this. I smelled enough volcanoes when I was in Iceland. I'm good.
Yeah.
We went on a field trip in Iceland as a kid. I'm not gonna go into where it smelled like rotten eggs. But anyway, continue.
Yeah.
I've shared that with you.
The energies of sulfur can soften a stubborn attitude and help you become more flexible or versatile with natural cycles of life. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this in my next blend because I'm stubborn sometimes and I got to work through that a little bit.
We're all those stubborn.
It has, it's highly energized, so it's definitely another one if you're looking to boost that natural energy and stuff. And it's a good thing for avoiding blockage and keeping things moving forward. And then we, I think, only have one last thing in there. So we'll put that over there and get the last one in there.
Last bag of the night. Well, still, is there anything else?
That's it. Yeah, that's the packaging. Yeah.
All right. The last one is black salt.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right. So the properties and uses of black salt. If it'll load up. Take a drink real quick because I'm a little parched from reading. Sorry, sir.
I think we all are, sir. That's okay.
All right. So black salt is used as a protective element. It can be blended up and sprinkled around your property to keep your home safe from intruders or troublemakers. It's traditionally used to drive away evil and can even be sprinkled in the footprints of someone who is bothering you to make them go away. So if you ever having somebody who's chasing you around, following you a lot, like a stalker or something like that, next time they're following, go back to that spot, pour some of their footprints. Hopefully it will block them away. Or, just point a gun in their face and be like, hey, go away.
Go away. Get out of here.
And there are actually a lot of ways to make your own black salt. So that's another thing. So that was the purchases from the last one. Also, too, I want to mention my last purchase. I still have one item from that, and that is a pack of smudges. And this is the classic trio they provide, which is cedar, white sage, and blue sage.
You want to show them up close?
Yep.
You go ahead.
Yeah. So
well, this
nice
is
pack of smudges. A good smudge like this, we always make sure we hit ourselves with this. I'm sorry. A good smudge like this, we always hit ourselves up with this after an investigation. So very cleansing thing.
Yes, it is.
And also, they're good for charging up the spiritual energy, too. The Palo Santo is like our most cleansing one. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I keep on throwing that dude off. He's so mad at me tonight. I'm going to hear about this in the morning.
Yeah, he's going to come and haunt you in the room.
Oh, his lawyer is going to be all over me.
He's going to call you up.
Hopefully his lawyer is sick or something.
Or his bigger cousin that sits outside is going to come inside.
I'll actually just leave this up here because this will get packed away with everything.
Yeah,
you know.
We can do that. We can display it right now.
Where's that box at?
I put it right there.
Oh, I'll just put it over here.
Okay.
Get that out of the way for sure.
I don't know if you wanted the list in there.
Oh yeah.
The manifest.
The list of that for sure.
The manifest. Yep.
Yeah.
I call it the manifest.
That guy.
Here, give me that card. I will
I'm gonna
show it to him for.
make sure it's good in frame.
Yes, right there is good. And that's where we got this.
We got all of our supplies tonight. Groven Grotto. They're out of Texas. They're still shipping certain things as well. So give them a shout out. Give them a check out. Let them know that By the Burial Ground sent you guys.
Yes.
We had no promotions or anything with them. We're not sponsored by them, but we did get good supplies from them tonight, and I'm very happy for that. Now I'm gonna get this candle burning because
Yes,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
gonna not go out the candle because we've been doing so.
I'm going to start sitting down and getting ready to explain our protection bags.
Yep. So Chris, if you want to start talking about the story of how Jen was like, definitely, you guys need to have one of these.
Yeah. She was looking through her. She's got a lot of spells and witchcraft books, as I say. And she's like, and because we were so excited about doing a seance at Jason's, which unfortunately was canceled because his kids aren't well and what's going on in the world. But I forget what store. I will talk about that later. I went to an actual store, got all these ingredients up in the bags for us. Excuse me, guys. Wow, the beer's coming back up. Anyway, she looked these up in her books that she has. It's up in our shelves in the library. All right, and my eyes are old.
Actually, if you want me to, I have it listed with the properties and everything.
Yes,
and I
once
have
you
it in
read
the
it.
order. So
Yeah, once you read it in your book there.
yeah,
And-
so I actually made I have a magical journal I use, and just to give you a quick look
Yeah, go
peek
ahead
at
and
this
show them
page.
to you.
Chris, make sure I'm okay on that.
Yeah, right. Move over.
Here, let me actually.
Yep.
Oh. Is that okay, Chris?
Right there.
All right. So the little drawing right there is the bag. So
Yes.
that's how it's leveled. I made sure it was put in good layers so that everything was separated into its own properties. So at the very, very tippy top, we got. Scoot up because I forgot we moved our chairs back.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, now we're back on our butts.
So at the very tippy top, we've got rosemary. Rosemary is good for cleansing, strength, protection, invigoration, virtue, memory, and solar energy. So right there at the top.
Yep.
Always at the top on that one. Lavender, right underneath, for love and attraction, purification, relevation, and restful sleep. So lavender is obviously always known for its sleeping properties. That's
Yes,
why
sir.
they use it in baby nighttime, like baby soaps and shampoo and stuff like that. Yep.
Yep. You're right.
The next one underneath that is mugwort, which is for scrying, divination, psychic ability, lucid dreaming, and lunar magic.
Interesting.
Underneath that, we have a tourmaline and a quartz. And, black tourmaline and a quartz. And those are stones that we have right there in the center of the pouch. The black tourmaline is for banishing, security, and protection. The quartz is for clarity, amplification, and awareness energy. So just being aware in the situations, especially in a seance, you have to be aware of when things might be going bad, you know?
Of course.
Then we have cinnamon sticks underneath of that, which is passion, shielding, quick success, spirit invocation, and fire magic. So obviously cinnamon is known for its fieriness and everything. Then white sage at the very bottom. White sage is one of the most baseline things in any kind of purification, energizing, anything like that. Property, cleansing, house blessing, meditation, and healing. White sage is a very healing element and everything. So those are the contents of our spirit bags. And Chris has got his, I got mine. We were very nice that Jen gave us the idea for these, and we keep these with us on all our investigations.
Yes.
So we talked about all the things we just bought, which will go into different kind of healing rituals and spells and maybe other packs and stuff. But these are ones we've already got that we've had for a little while now. And they were on the last investigation we went on.
Yeah, we did. So, at Squire's Castle, we had them with us. I need that one. I don't know which one we're referring to because I'm just not reading the comments. But she says she loves lavender.
Oh, really? Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll actually post up the little thing. I'll do a better version, and we'll show you guys the exact
we'll make
how to make
it.
Yep. And he'll tell you where he got the ingredients from and everything.
Yeah, on that tomorrow. Yeah. So I apologize.
No, it's okay, man. We got everything in there. And as we do, we're gonna just kill the YouTube for the night and go strictly to just the Facebook for the continuation on just the Facebook for another half hour or so. You know, who knows? Depends on how we go. Got us, bless?
I got it.
Oh no.
No, I got where I got with those ingredients from.
So everybody on the YouTube, good night, guys.
Good night.
We're gonna kill that for just our Facebook folks. If you're a fan of us, follow us on the Facebook over there on Baps, you know. So bye guys.
All right, good night.
All right, we're still here for the Facebook, guys.
We're still here to Facebook, so don't